A long time ago, when Radio Shack was still a thing, somebody went on Twitch when it first came out and connected an emulator to the comment section, which inspired a bunch of people to make really cool subsequent things based off of that. And I actually think this is already done, but I decided to make a cat laser that you can control from Twitch 10 years later. I started out by modeling a simple 3D printable clip mechanism that can house the servo motors. It probably would fit newer ones. I think that the design hasn't really changed very much since Radio Shack got random off-name brand ones. The goal was just to make something that could print in place, had enough connective points that I could plug it in and then immediately connect it to stuff. And it came together pretty quickly. It prints in just a few minutes and works pretty well for what it needs to. While those were printing, I set up my soldering station with the best soldering iron cleaning tool that there is, because it makes that sound. I've heard the arguments that the ribbon stuff is like better for cleaning your tools because it gets more solder off and it's like abrasive and all that stupid stuff. But if it doesn't go, then it's stupid and you're wrong, and I don't care what you have to say. Next, I just soldered on a bunch of pins. I did a terrible job. Just don't do it like this. This is just the way that I did it because I'm lazy. Next, I spent way too much time trying to crimp these pins onto the different cables. If you're ever doing a project like this and you're going to crimp pins, just buy the right tools. At this point, I started connecting the Raspberry Pi and writing some shitty code. It did things. I'm not going to share it with you because it's trash. Since the servos were sitting in a bin in my basement for like 15, 20 years, I pulled screws out of a drone that dogs had eaten a couple days ago. Once I got everything connected, I started trying to test the X and Y coordinates, and immediately Cheeseburger offered to help. After getting the servos kind of moving, I went outside and found some trash that I could attach the servos to, and the rest of the stuff that I was going to use for this. Next, I set up the relays that I didn't tell you about and got the laser connected and started making it do things more than one time. I went into my drop ceiling and ran the USB webcam over to where I was planning on putting the little laser thingy, and then I also ran some additional extension cords temporarily, only temporarily. They're not there anymore. Finally, I was at a point where I could actually mount this in the ceiling. And I took a couple of extra pieces to make some really secure mounts to make sure this wasn't going to fall. I grabbed some clamps just to get it actually stuck up in there, and then I connected everything. And there it is. The system works really simply. It takes up, down, left, and right comments, and it puts them into a voting memory location. It evaluates it every couple of seconds, and after 5 seconds it removes the vote. So just, say the way you want it to go. If it hits if it hits a side, it's going to bounce the opposite direction. This video is going to be going out on Friday. I am going to, this Saturday, the 2nd, actually make sure that my dogs are available for people to use this. I'll have the link in the description, and I'll see if I can keep it running for a little while and let people actually try and shine a laser down for my dogs to attack. I'm super excited to see what it actually looks like with other people using it. I mean, it might just crash. It might just stop working entirely. I don't actually have anything set up to make this work long term. But yeah, go check it out anyways, and let me know what you think. There's a lot of things that I could do to make this better. I was thinking about adding a treat dispenser or a catnip dispenser, or making it so that people could vote on the speed, or a whole bunch of other stuff. But let me know in the comments what you think. Don't forget to subscribe. And keep in mind, I will be giving the dogs treats for their time. They are being paid. Thanks.